Okay, so these are the plants. Whoever wins gets to choose plant number 1, plant number 2, plant number 3, or a surprise plant number 4. I will give you a clue. Okay, just to go over these three are all a division of my large Dendrobium berryoda. So if that's not the sort of plant you think you can do well with, then it might be better to choose the surprise plant, which would grow on your windowsill. So will these, depends on your windowsill. Right, just to go over the plants, because they are all different. This one has a new cane here, yeah, and it has a new growth. It's also pushing out good new roots, plus it's already got some roots established, yeah, from actually being repotted. You also get a bonus kiki on that one that's pushing on quite nicely. There are a few bugs on here that will be sprayed in its entirety before it goes in the post, and obviously dried off beforehand. So that's plant number 1. Okay, new growth, relatively young, but a reasonable root system pushing out already. Bonus of a kiki, and I've just spotted what is probably another kiki. Yeah, it's too big to be a flower spike. So yeah, kiki's coming on that one. That's plant number 1. Plant number 1. Plant number 2. Okay, now this one is a little bit more advanced as far as its growths are concerned, but there are no new growths at the base. However, this is a new cane that's maturing. This is a new cane that's still pushing on. Okay. This one has a reasonable root system. The roots have pushed farther down into the pot than the previous one. Okay, no sign of any kikis at all on that one. Nonetheless, the growths on this one are maturing, so it's a bit farther advanced. All of these are flowering size. I can flower kikis of this type of plant. I don't know whether anybody else can, but these should flower. Given the right treatment for the rest of the winter, they should bloom any time, really. Okay, that's plant number 2. Plant number 3. Now this one, root system getting down into the pot reasonably well, a few floating across the top. Now this one's got quite a few canes at the medium stage. This is a new cane here, so is this one, and so is this one. So basically this is advancing out this way. They do tend to push forward. This one's got a kiki pushing on. In time that will grow some roots and that can be separated off. Okay. So that's not a bad plant, and the canes on that are, the new canes are semi-mature, shall we say. They've still got a bit of growing to do, and they will thicken up a bit. So that's plant number 3. Now plant number 4 is cleverly enclosed, so you can't see what it is. It's a store-bought plant. I bought it yesterday. Okay? I haven't taken it out of the pot. I don't know what's in the pot as far as a root system is concerned, but the plant looks quite healthy and it has got a new growth pushing out. This is your only clue. That's it. That's all you're going to see. Now anybody who knows what they're doing knows what type of plant it is, but you don't necessarily know what colour it is. Okay? But it will be a bit of a surprise. It's unusual, shall we say. Okay, and that will happily live in the home. You know, it's not going to need incredibly high humidity. It doesn't want to get cold. It should stay reasonably warm, and it's supposed to stay reasonably moist most of the time. However, in the shorter days and things like that, I tend to let that type of plant dry off a little bit before I water it again, but not bone dry. Okay, it grows continuously, you know, a bit like a Phalaenopsis. You know, you can allow them to get almost dry or even dry, but they don't stop growing effectively in the winter. They just slow up a little bit perhaps. So that's your surprise plant. There's your clue again. That's it. That's all you're going to see. Okie dokie. So those are the 4 plants. Whoever wins gets to choose plant number 1, plant number 2, plant number 3, or plant number 4. And obviously you can refer back to this video to get the better look at the berryodas. They are all different. They're a split from the same plant. Obviously it was a pretty big plant in its day, but I split it up with the intention of selling them on. but I'm quite happy to give one away as part of this. Okay, on to the draw. Okay, this is the draw then. I've written all the names down that requested to be entered. I hope you're all in the EU, or we're going to have some fun later. A little thing. My good friend John Benedict can't enter because he's in the States, and on the YouTube world I've said many times I haven't got a scarf, I haven't got a pair of gloves, and I haven't got a hat. So when I actually said I was going to draw the names out of a hat, he actually said, "Oh, can't wait to see the hat." It's an expression we use. I don't know whether it gets used in other countries, but in the UK you make a draw out of a hat. It doesn't mean there's a real hat, it's a metaphorical hat. That's a big word for your second glass of wine. It took the first glass to write all the names out. Anyway, for you, John, good day. And for my good friend Lynn in Australia, that's the real McCoy. No, it's not my hat, I borrowed it. My brother-in-law's, in fact. Okay, so let's do this. All the bits of paper, all the names that said they wanted to enter and are in the EU. And pop them in the hat and whizzle them around, and I'll turn my back on the whole thing. You know, the bit of sticky on my finger is probably not going to work anyway, you know, and the two names I've got tucked up my sleeve, you're going to see them drop out, you know, all that sort of stuff. So let's give it a go. Let's see if I can grab all of one piece. It'll be terrible if I pull out 3 pieces of paper, won't it? Come on, just the one. That's the one. Right, that is it. Let's get that out of the way and let's see what we've got. Got to do these up tight, didn't I? Come on, fingers. You haven't had that much wine, have you? Perhaps I have. Okay, I'll apologise in advance. I might say this wrong. There's a lot of names went in this hat with letters I've never even seen before, let alone words. The winner is Roxana Dumitrescu, and I hope I pronounced that somewhere near it, and I hope the light's actually picking that up. Obviously, when I post this video, I'll put the winner in the description, and I'll basically try and get a personal message across so that we can pass and exchange details. I will put a proviso on this. At the moment, I haven't actually got a box suitable to box an orchid in and send it in the post. I've got to deal with that. That's my thing. But in addition to that, I've recently come in from outdoors. It's virtually at 0 degrees out there. It's virtually at the freezing point, and tonight is probably going to go down to -3, maybe -4, and we have a few days of that. So prior to actually putting an orchid in the post, I'll check that the weather in this country, the UK, where it's leaving from and where it's heading for, are actually suitable for posting an orchid. Otherwise I'll just wait. There's no point in putting an orchid in the post if, you know, if here and where it's heading for are going to be sub-zero all night long for the number of days it's going to be in the post. So I'll work around that, but I can liaise with the individual about that sort of thing. Obviously the country it's going to, the farther south it is, the easier it gets for me. But there we go, we have a winner. Thanks to all my subscribers for getting me up to the 1,000 mark. It really is appreciated. I certainly never expected it to happen this quickly. And I look forward to getting to 2,000 subscribers. You know, maybe we'll have another one. We'll wait and see. Anyway, thanks for watching, and thanks for the taking part in the draw stuff. You know, I mean, it's a bit of fun. Nobody takes these sort of things, you know, really seriously, but it's becoming a bit of a tradition on YouTube. You know, when you hit that 1,000 mark, it is a bit of a milestone, and it's nice to celebrate it, you know, with your YouTube friends. So that's what I've tried to do. And keep watching the videos. That's all I can say. You know, dig your mates in the ribs and say, go and subscribe to this guy. You may like his videos, and I hope my videos entertain. I try not to be too serious, but there are some serious bits on the early part of this video. They've been changing the names again. Anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for doing the draw thing, and I'll see you in the next video. And cheers, John, with the hat. I'm sure you'll appreciate that. Bye for now.